Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. WAN, and today we're gonna talk about the famous test called HbA1c. HbA1c results can be inaccurate. What you should know. If you have diabetes, you are probably already familiar with hemoglobin A1c. This measure, which requires a blood draw, is an estimate of your average blood sugar levels over the past several months. While we have many diabetes numbers to think about, A1C tends to be the one that doctors care about most. That is because most of the major studies evaluating long-term diabetes have focused on A1C. When the health authority design numerical targets for diabetes measurement success, they prefer A1C. It is the most important biomarker of glycemic control. A1C, when measured at your medical office or by a laboratory, is usually quite reliable, except other things when it isn't it. There are a number of health situations, some of them fairly unusual, that can result in inaccurate A1C measurements. If your A1C seems like it doesn't match your expectations, it might be wise to consult a specialist. And also a list of medical conditions that needs to be evaluated. So we go with a few here. Some of these conditions are pretty obscure. This article would concentrate on the more common situation. We have anemia. Anemia in which the body has too few red blood cells causes your red blood cells to live longer. Longer blood cells life allows them to pick up more sugar, which will misleadingly increase A1C level. This is the most common cause of false A1C. There are many different types and causes of anemia. You can become anemic if you don't get enough iron, vitamin B12, or folate, among other nutrients, all of which are needed to produce red blood cells. The condition can be diagnosed with a blood test. You have an unusual hemoglobin variance. There are many types of hemoglobin. The protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. Sometimes, like 93% of people worldwide share the most common type of hemoglobin, which means about 7% have less common variant, while some A1C tests are designed to work with multiple hemoglobin variants, others are not, which can result in misleading measurements. People with lineage from Africa, South and Southeast Asia, and the Mediterranean are more likely to carry one of these hemoglobin variants and are therefore more likely to get misleading results from their A1C tests. For more detail, check out the National Institute of Health article. The next one, you have chronic kidney disease. Chronic kidney disease can result in uremia, which means that the kidneys are not clearing waste product as well as they should be. Dialysis treats uremia, but clinicians should know that it can make your A1C test results inaccurate. You recently received a blood transfusion. A recent blood transfusion can push your A1C blood up and down. Donor blood can be more or less glucose in it than your own, depending on the storage medium and the health of the donor. You use pain relievers. Two families of pain relievers are associated with an inaccurate A1C. The first one is salicylates, such as aspirin, from Bayer and other company. The next one is opiates, such as hydrocodone, Vicodin, and oxycodone, oxycontin. You have spleen issues. The spleen removes all red blood cells from the circulatory system as splenium, in which the spleen is either absent or non-functional, as in sickle cell disease, leads to decreased red blood cells turnover and superficially higher A1C measurement. Aging. You are older. A1C measurement increases as we age. Even when our blood sugar control stays the same, a 2014 analysis found that A1C levels increased by nearly 0.1% per decade in people both with and without diabetes. You are taking vitamin C and E. Vitamin E, which reduces glycation, the attachment of sugar to red blood cells, may falsely decrease your A1C measurement. Vitamin C can forcefully decrease or increase your A1C, depending on the exact test you use. So those are the two vitamins that you need to be cautious of. So the vitamin E and the vitamin C. The next one is pregnancy. You are pregnant. The lifespan of red blood cells drops during pregnancy and more red blood cells are produced, which can result in artificially low A1C result. The change takes hold by about week 20 of gestation and plateaus until the end of pregnancy. A1C and the roller coaster effect. A1C may be the gold standard for glycemic health, but it is not by any means perfect. One big flaw of A1C, it does not give us any information about glycemic variability, the blood sugar's tendency to change. Two people with the same A1C level could experience very different measures of hypo and hyperglycemia if one has reasonably steady blood sugar and the other is frequently on the roller coaster. Why does it matter? Aside from the discomfort and danger of extreme blood sugar levels, the evidence also shows that glycemic variation may have caused diabetes-associated complications, especially vascular complications. While more good long-term research is required, most experts seem to believe that patients that experience more time out of range will suffer worse outcomes than those with steadier blood sugar, even at the same A1C level. Continuous glucose monitoring, CGMs, offer exquisite data on glycemic variation, especially the new timing range measurement. Margin of error. Don't forget that even a lab-based A1C has a margin of error reportedly between 0.5 and 0.7%. Your A1C result will probably be within a few tenths of points of your true A1C, but you can't expect perfect precision. So far, so good, and I'm more than happy to answer questions, so please feel free to get back to me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the links with your loved ones. Remember, there's only one you. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Ciao, Dr. WAN.